So, guy says to me, "Oh, hey, you smell bad. Oh, I think you smell very bad." And I understand, but I try to tell them. I try to tell him, maybe it's the sweat. Maybe it's the sweat. You know, I know how to take care of myself. I might be a little boy a little bit, but I'm also a man. You know, I'm like, 31 years old. Whatever. But think about this. It's like, I try to tell him an explanation. I try to tell him about what is going on. It might be the water, the water coming out of my body because it's so hot outside or something, I try to tell him, but he doesn't listen. First he says, "Oh, I'm your friend, so I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to tell you something so great. I think you smell very bad." And now I think that let me try to say, he can say whatever he wants. That's not a problem. And he can think whatever he wants. However, I'm just a little bit sad if he doesn't take the time to listen to what I gotta say. Because I just wanted to say just a little bit. And he wouldn't listen. He wouldn't, I'm just so sad. I'm so sad, but it's a little sad. Before this, we're having a conversation about what is the meaning? What is love? Why were you born? Why were you born? Some people ask me, and we met some foreigners from like Michigan, okay, from America. The Vietnamese were talking to these foreigners, a couple, older couple, like in their 50s, and they said something really nice. And here is what I want to say in response to the question of why are we born? We're born to experience and to interact and all these different things, to explore and to love and to give and to all these different things. But it comes from love. It comes from love, ultimately speaking. And the only way that we can interact and experience love in our life is if we're born, then we can have it. But we can't have it if we're not born. And so it's like the purpose of life is to have the love. But if nobody is alive and nobody is born, then they're not able to experience it. And therefore, love cannot be love if love is not experienced by other people. I believe that love is so big because, like, as deep as an ocean, because I've experienced love in my life in so many different ways, especially since and after I was 5 years old. And I said that to them, like, something happened when I was 5 years old, and after that it was like a new life, and because of what love is, and love is amazing and stuff, and you cannot really deny it, even though people may argue about what happens after you die or the different things that happens. There's a lot of things that we don't know about, but what you have now during your life is a confirmation, it's a verification, it's something that helps you know that you know that you know, kind of thing. You know what I'm talking about. If you don't, you gotta go and look around, look for the truth, because the truth is out there and the truth will set you free, and you know that. And it's really, really good. But once you have it, once you're a part of it, then it helps you in who you are, what kind of person you are, your character, your integrity. It helps you be honest to help other people, and to just love your enemies, and to be good to those who hurt you and kill you and try to hurt you, all these kind of terrible things, the golden rules and the 10 commandments and all this kind of stuff. You get to be a part of a new life once you hop on the train, not just the Trump train, but also the other train, the train that it's been around for a very long time, thousands of years, or maybe less, but the evidence is there, and we want to be a part of it. So I told them about that, we want to be a part of love, and love has to be there. If love doesn't come to you, then love is selfish, and love cannot be selfish, because it has to be agape, it has to be unconditional, and all that kind of stuff, that the kind of love that a mother has for her kid. That's the kind of love that we can have all the time, like, definitely. And it's really, really strong and really, really powerful. And we were also talking about aliens. Like, they asked me, do you believe in aliens? in the UFOs, and I say, maybe, I don't know, but I don't know everything. It's possible, and we could talk about that. And that's the first thing I said. Number one, there could be, aliens. There may or may not be aliens, out there, on Mars or another dimension or inside the Earth, inside the sea. There's so many different things we could talk about, and there's so many different books about it, movies and TV shows, and people are always trying to explore those things, and it's really exciting, and I love Star Wars and Star Trek and a lot of sci-fi, a lot of science fiction. I love to talk about it and to see people, talk about it, and I love to watch movies and a lot of different things, but first of all, we don't really know everything. We know a little bit, but very, very small. But regardless of whether or not there's aliens, never mind that. Because regardless of that, that the government can use it against us. They can definitely use it against us, and that's very, very sad. And you gotta know that they've been doing it for a very long time, probably hundreds or thousands of years, where governments or bad people, the kings or the people with more power or whatever, the NWO or different kinds of people around the world throughout time, they are able to keep us in the dark, especially when we don't have a printing press or we don't have the internet, we don't have the ability to educate ourselves. Then the people with the power, the powers that be, are able to do a lot more to brainwash us and to keep us in the dark. And it's very, very sad, but it's good that we live now, for all of us alive now. It's a great opportunity, but that they're able to blame people, when there's a problem, and they could be guilty. The bad people can be guilty. They could be doing these bad things, but then they will go and they will blame the bad stuff that they're doing on maybe a ghost, a monster, pirates, maybe the Russians, the Nazis, maybe the Muslim people, because not all the Muslim people are terrorists. But actually, that's a little bit difficult to talk about because they have 1,400 years of being terrorists, but mostly, a lot of them, or they support it. But anyways, let me not distract you from what I want to say, and that is, like aliens, they do this, and they will do this more in the future. They will blame what they're doing, the bad people in the governments in the world, the NWO, the world governments and stuff. Those bad people in the world, they will blame the aliens more, and the people will believe it, and they'll be like, oh yeah, maybe, yeah, maybe the aliens did it. Yeah, but I mean, whether or not there are aliens is another thing, but it's like, let's not be distracted. We should not be distracted from living a good life full of love. But in order to be loving and stuff, we got to be able to confront evil wherever we find it.